And we're back. So, it's time to finally get started with playing the game, now that I finished introducing everything. So, we're going to do single player. In a moment, I'd like to change a couple of settings first, just so I don't have to waste time in the actual gameplay to do it. First, let's bring Tooltip to lay a whole bunch down. Group Infravision and Rest Until Healed are on. And I'm gonna set up some auto-pause stuff. I never did this in the first game, but this could actually be quite useful. Okay, we want to auto-pause when traps are found. That screwed me over a lot in both Durlag's Tower and that maze at the end of the game, where I would discover a trap and then we wouldn't halt in time because I was already walking, and by the time it popped up as discovered, I was already standing on it. Enemy sighted, also pause for that. Character's target destroyed. Weapon unusable, and character death. If I need to add in the other ones, I can do it later, but that'll cut it for now, I think. And we're going to leave the difficulty on normal, like we did for the last game. That's good enough, I think, for as well as I know this game. If it gets too easy, I'll crank it up to core rules later, but we'll stick with normal for now. And new game. We will be importing a character from the last game, actually. Oh, derp. My saves aren't registering. Hang on a second, everybody, and I'll take care of this. Okay, well, problem solved. I just had to take my final save from the end of the last game and throw it into a save folder, which I had to create, I might add, for Baldur's Gate 2. So, if anyone's watching this and you're currently playing Baldur's Gate 2 and wondering why you can't import your save, then you have to actually put the save into the Baldur's Gate 2 save folder. And if that folder doesn't exist, just create it and put it in there. See? Problem solved. Final save. The final save that was created at the end of the game. And we'll be importing Toby. That didn't need to be as hard as I made it, really didn't. So I'll just go over Toby's stats real quick, so everyone has an idea where he stands. We are a half-elf, chaotic neutral. Our class is Fighter Thief. And we have a strength of 1884, and once again, I don't actually know what that means, except it's a really high strength. For, well, really high, it's 18 is the best you can get by default. We also have 18 dexterity, 12 constitution, 10 intelligence, 7 wisdom, 15 charisma. Our proficiencies, move silently is at 55, find traps is at 95. Durlag's Tower really encouraged us to boost our find traps, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to even get in there. Pickpockets is at 40, I never used that. Open locks is at 80. I think in the last game there were 1, maybe 2 locks we weren't able to open in the entire game, which is quite impressive, really. Hide in Shadows is at 50. I'll probably be boosting that some more, because I plan to be doing the scout ahead while hiding to find enemies and traps thing quite a lot. Detect illusions and set traps are in 0. Well, detect illusions is at 0, set traps is at 10. Again, did not use either of those for literally anything. Never set a single trap, and never bothered with detecting illusions. so I don't know what detect illusions actually does. So I'll probably keep on ignoring those. But over the course of the game, we did boost our weapon proficiencies a little bit. We started out at the beginning of Baldur's Gate 1 with 2 points in longsword and 2 points in 2 weapon style. I eventually boosted it up to having 3 in each. Of course, we have no skill with any kind of ranged weapons, which I may or may not end up changing. We are going to stick with that for our appearance, and let's find the voice, if we can. No.
Let's do this, quick and pain.
No.
To battle with no regrets.
Yeah, that's Toby. And we are Toby. Well done, game. You know my name. Let me clap slowly. No auto-filled biography or anything, so we're done in character creation. Nice and quick, since we're just importing a character. So we'll accept Toby and see where this goes from here. We know that we are imprisoned right now, but other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about what's going on.
Ah, the child of Baal has awoken.
Hello.
It is time
How
for
are you
more
doing?
experiments.
Okay,
The
he's
pain
kind of
will
a
only be
dick.
passing. You should survive the process.
I know this will be shocking to everyone,
You have
but
much untapped
I don't
power.
think this guy is a good person. He's kind of an asshole, in fact.
Do you even realize your
And I hope I get to kill him at some point.
More intruders have entered the complex, Master.
They act sooner than we had anticipated. No matter, they will only prove a slight delay.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you around anymore. Looks like we have company.
Wake up, you. Wake up. Come on. We have to get out of here.
Oh, it's Imoen. Hey there, little sister. Good to see you again. How the hell did we get here? What's going on? Imoen? You messed with your head too, huh? All I know is we were near Baldur's Gate and got jumped. I don't think I would have remembered all. He's been doing things to us, Toby. We have to get out of here. Doing things? What do you mean? Come on, Toby. Don't make me think of it. He did the same to you, I think. I heard you screaming like it anyways. Okay, then. But if we're in such danger, how did you get free? There was fighting. My cell was damaged. I don't know if I could get out again. The pain in my head is getting worse. It isn't a normal pain, Toby. It's on the inside, like my bones made a little dagger and it won't go away. Don't look at me like that. It just hurts, alright. Must have been the noise. There was a fight. Assassins came after our captor, I think. There's people dead all over and the fighting is still going on. I could hear it. Are you gonna get moving, or do I leave without you? Yeah, you're right. We should get out of here. We can figure out where we are later. Right now, not here is a good destination, I think. Good, I didn't want to go by myself. I need you around, Toby. Don't want to be left here alone. We should look in that room to the west first. west and a bit north. I think I saw some weapons in there. There's a room off the corner of this one. I don't think it's our gear. They probably sold our best stuff. But anything is better than nothing. Now let's go. What? They sold our stuff?
Of course.
Ah, damn it. I liked that stuff. Why did they have to sell it? Really?
Yes?
Honestly.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
But first of all, we've got a few friends sitting in cages over there. So, let's see about them.
Minsk will be free.
Oh,
These bonds will
Minsk.
not hold my wrath. Butts will be liberally kicked in good measure.
Oh, Minsk. It is good to see you again. Honestly, our adventures just would not be the same without this pile of butt-kicking and hamster jokes. Yes, your mighty warrior spirit must find these bars unbearable. Time is short for talk. That is small. Release me, I will rain beatings around all who have failed to touch me, and Dynahair, she will be avenged. There's another trapped here? Come on, Toby, keep up. You know who Dynahair is. You helped save her from gnolls, for goodness sake. And we were basically traveling together and all. Trapped? Her spirit is trapped in a cage created by my failure. I was to guard her, but they killed her as I watched, you see. I know not who they were, but I will redeem myself. Minsk, that is horrible. I'm so sorry for you. I won't cry for the dead. I won't. Okay, maybe a little. But I will staunch the flow of tears with righteous fury. Lullaby and good night, evil. Minsk will make you pay. Will you help me? We must join together once more. And our fury will be such that the bards will run their quills dry. Yes, ink will be scarce wherever we go. Yes, I will try and free you, but I don't know how to get your cell open. Any ideas? I do not know either. The bars have no lock at all, and they are smithed together. I am proud that they feared me enough to imprison me permanently. Permanently? That's going to make this a little bit difficult, I'm afraid. But you keep looking, of course. You would never give up. I know this. A hero always succeeds, and a hero never stops short of his goal. Yes. He also needs the key or switch to open a door, and I don't know where either is. You have brushed me aside with your words. You won't help. Boo can see it now. You do not intend to cut my chains. You only intend to yank them. I will make sure that you do not live long enough to abandon more friends. I will do all of this as soon as I get these bars open.
The bars, they bend and twist with my berserker strength. Minsk and Boo are free. Now you will no. Oh, you are a smart one. I understand now. You said what you did just to get me mad. Mad enough to break free. You are as smart as Boo sometimes.
Aw, Minsk. Flattering as that is, let's not go over the top. No one's as smart as Boo. Boo is a miniature flying space hamster after all. Now we can resume our adventures together. There are friends to avenge and villains to smack about the face and neck. Right, Boo? Join with me, but you must serve me better than you did Dynahair? Wow. That is a low blow. We are not going there. Hell no. Plus, Toby liked Dynahair. She was a friend of his, so I think he'd agree with Minsk. We are going to find whoever did this, and we are going to make them very, very sorry they ever crossed us. Yes, together we shall make our enemies answer for our fallen. Answer they will, and my sword shall be the question. We shall have fistfuls of sweet, sweet justice, and our enemies will be stains beneath our feet. What? Yes, but... alright. Boo tells me that I am raving again. I did not notice a difference, but I shall heed his words nonetheless. Come on, we must go now. Yes, Minsk and Boo and you together again. Beware villains. I will force justice down your evil, evil throats. Yes, I see you still have that rodent. Dare I ask how you have kept it hidden from our captors? Don't ask questions better left to aged sages. Boo is quick and evasive, and there is ever so much of Minsk to search. There is no hope of getting us apart. Ew, I really don't want to think about that too much. Yes, I agree, Imoen. Let's go, before we learn other things we didn't want to know. Minsk and Boo are Minsk and Boo, and we shall not be separated. Shall we go? The butts of evil await my boot print. Yes, indeed. Right you are, Minsk. Wait. Wherever evil dust lay its dirty feet, we shall mop the floor with its buttocks. I have lost myself in your words, but Boo thinks you're just ducky. Onward. Ducky? We're ducky. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Quickly, we must get out of here before whoever did this returns. I swear, traveling with you is never dull.
Yeah. Adventuring alongside Toby can be called many things. Dull is one of the few that it can't be called, as things do tend to get rather interesting around us, as Jahira just observed. And by what authority do you think you have? It's Jahira. She thinks she controls the universe. Everybody knows this. And we know who's to blame. I think number 4 is most suitable for Toby. Do you have any idea why we're here? Any clue would be helpful. I'm sure we could navel gaze all day about what brought us here, but it shall certainly prove pointless if we do not remove ourselves from immediate danger. I know not who has entrapped us here either, but I would rather not find out simply by waiting for them to return. We are at a disadvantage in this place. I will recount what led to this, if you wish, though I think I have little to offer that you do not already know. My husband Khalid and I have traveled with you for some seasons now, and the places we have seen number too many to name. Your unique heritage has proven a magnet to adventure, for better or worse, and your foster father was right in directing us to watch over you. We remain in your company as friends more than guardians, and our exploits together have left the land for the better. We have earned many enemies, but we have dispatched them all. Whoever has trapped us now is certainly powerful to have done this so easily. Once we know, we will deal with them in due course, but for the time being it is more important that we retrieve our friends and companions and leave this place. Yes, I notice Khalid is not with you. Where is he now? I do not know where he is, and it worries me. No doubt he was taken as we were, though it seems we were all meant for different fates. From the state of my head, I think I have been drugged, though I have been spared any serious physical mistreatment. You, however, look as though you have been treated most unfavorably, and I should not like to think of Khalid receiving the same. Yes, I will help, of course, but it seems to me that your cage has been sealed magically. I don't know if you are of sufficient strength, It is possible the cage may be broken. If not, you may have to search for whatever key it might need. Do try to hurry. I wish to be out of here before the owner returns. The ease of our capture suggests it may be beyond our power to resist. It would be best to face the culprit another day on our own terms, so go and be quick. We must free ourselves soon. Well, Toby is probably
Just as I thought.
not of sufficient strength
Point where Minsk
to
goes,
break
evil stands
her
aside.
cage, but Minsk did rip his own off its hinges with his bare hands, so I think it's worth letting him have a go. Apparently not. Even our resident badass,
Ready
with the
and
power
able.
to force doors off their hinges with his bare hands,
Onward then.
is not going to manage anything like that, unfortunately.
I shall strike
For now,
from the
though,
shadows.
Toby can go on ahead and see what's in the room up here. A golem. Oh dear. And Toby's heart just about stops for a second. Before he remembers a little tidbit of magical knowledge that Imoen's passed along, where golems are only able to do things they've been given specific instructions to do. So Toby decides to take a gamble and drop his stealth. Sure enough, the golem does nothing, meaning it was not given precise instructions on what to do in the event that our party managed to break itself free.
Yep. Gotcha.
Plenty of stuff over here that needs to be looted
Something you need.
and divvied up. Toby can have a long sword. There you go, Minsk. That's a helmet. Quite the shame that so much of our gear has been taken away, though. I rather liked that gear. It was all really nice. Fortunately for Toby indeed, we haven't managed to lose. Let's see, how do I put this? Fortunately for Toby, he has not managed to lose his funds, even if they are currently inaccessible. Apparently, Imoen's wizard spells are disabled because she's wearing leather
What do you want?
armor. That was not the case in the first
Ready
game.
and able.
I was able to use
Yes, as
spells.
you will.
Well, we had armor on back in the first game, but apparently that's not the case here. Let's check for traps on this thing. Good thing we did indeed, because there is a trap. Turn her off for quite a lot of experience. And I'll be having these. Enchanted dagger. Imoen can keep that for now. And since she's currently not... Actually, I'll let Toby have it. Since Imoen's currently not able to do spells with her armor on, I'm going to leave her unequipped with that. But as I was saying, we don't have access to it right now,
Something you
Toby
need.
does actually
course.
have his money. This was one of the things that I did with the journal entries back in the last game. The short version is that
Good to go?
he deposited all his money in a bank account
Ready
in
and
Baldur's
able
Gate.
to strike from. I wouldn't dream of refusing.
So, his money is just inaccessible to him because it's in Baldur's Gate and we are wherever we are right now. Of which, we have this smoke memphit here. I'm going to try to get a sneak attack off on the thing while we can. And the rest of the party can close in and help him out. So you guys get on it. And down it goes. Toby took a few knocks from that.
Something you need.
But now,
Just name what
everyone
you
has
want.
realized and pointed out to Toby that since the golem isn't programmed to stop us, then we might actually benefit from speaking to it, trying to acquire some information. So I'm heading back to do that now. Prisoners, you must not escape. The Master does not will it. Who is the Master? I am not permitted to speak with prisoners. Return to your cells. It is the Master's wish. Where are we, and why have we been brought here? You are his prisoners. He has brought you to his home because he owns you now. You must return to your cell. It is the Master's will. Do you think to stop me from leaving? I'm not bound to stop you. The Guardians will stop you from leaving. Return to your cells. It is the Master's wish. Yes, at this point, Toby is basically determined that we're not going to get any useful information from this thing. It's just a golem, and has no mind, and will not give us any information. You must not disobey the Master.
Ready.
Yada
and
yada
of
yada.
course.
Okay. That was less than useless, that particular conversation. And the mechanism that operates that door does not have a conventional lock, and may be warded against simple
I wouldn't
spells,
dream of
so
refusing.
we can't get out that way. But there is a second door in this room. Or, no, there isn't. That's just the first door, which I was, for some reason, trying to open as if it was another way out. Bodies of several black-hooded thieves litter the hallway, slaughtered by a massive release of magical energy. From the distant explosions you can still hear. It seems as if whatever battle killed these men still rages. Not sure what's up with that, but we picked up a key earlier. I'm going to go see if that was perhaps the key to Jahira's cell. Indeed
Nature's
it
son
was.
awaits.
Well, that is a relief, and about time too. We should be going immediately. Not only might our host come back, I simply must see the sun again in none too short a time. This dank place stifles me. Yes, we're going to leave immediately, and we'll celebrate once we're out of this dark pit. I agree with you on that much, to be sure. And a lot more things. As you would have it, though there are other friends we must find as well, it is good to share your company again.
Something you need. Just as I thought.
And then there were 4. So, Jaheira can have the leather armor that Imoen can't use, along with using her mage abilities. And Jaheira can also have a quarterstaff. She's back down to using a generic quarterstaff, unfortunately. That's a bit annoying. Jaheira and the rest of the party were quite fond of their fancy equipment from the end of the last game. Unfortunately, as Imoen said, pretty much all of it appears to have been taken and sold
Swords, not
by
words.
whoever's captured us.
Yes? To the task at hand.
Come on, Toby, hide in the shadows. I know it's not your best skill, but you got like 50 points in hide in the shadows. You
Nature
should
could
be
find a
able
home
to
here
pull
if
it
were
off.
properly cleansed and balanced.
I'm sure you can hide in the shadows. Come on, Toby, give it a shot. Again.
I shall strike from
Thank
the
you.
shadows.
This machine looks dangerous. Perhaps there's some sort of control device that will allow me to turn it off. Okay. There's a thing over here. Let's see if that does it. There's a switch of some kind. Perhaps it will stop the lightning contraption from conjuring any more of these memphits. And it stops once I flick the
Something up?
switch. So
Right you are.
that is indeed what we need to do.
As you will.
Toby, get over there and spank it. And down goes the memphit. We got a pretty good surprise hit in on the thing. And you should be reminded of this now, but I save the game
Ready
a lot.
and able. I shall strike
It's
from
due to the
wouldn't
way I
dream of
play
refusing.
them, and the fact that I'm kind of paranoid about this sort of thing. I will save a lot. Apparently this fellow over here can see through Toby's stealth. That's a little bit disconcerting, to be honest, that our stealth isn't as stealthy as we first thought. Anyways, Toby, welcome. You have escaped somewhat later than I had hoped. I am Atakwa. You have my welcome to my little piece of this place. I do so try to keep it more appealing than the rest. My thanks. We will... At least... Right now, Toby's wondering what this guy had to do with our capture, but we're not exactly in a position of power, so we're going to try and be polite to him, but that's not how Toby is feeling. He's feeling somewhat jumpy and paranoid, but are trying desperately to conceal that fact. How is it you know my name? What's going on here? Your name is well known amongst those who watch. Your life's thread is bright indeed, though in your path lies many a dark and frayed end. As to easing your mind and answering such questions as those that surely plague you, is not my place to do so. I am sorry. Well, if you're that useless, then what use are you to me? Such assistance as you will get from me depends on yourself. Are you prepared to answer a question? Alright, if it leads you to making some sense. And here's my hypothetical question. You and your sibling are captured and locked in separate cells, unable to communicate. The mage responsible appears and speaks. He explains his sadistic game. In each cell there's a magical button. If you press your button and your sibling does not, you will die, but your sibling is free. If your sibling presses the button and you do not, they will die, but you will go free. If neither you nor your sibling press the buttons, both of you will die. If both of you press your respective buttons, both of you will die. The mage says you have one turn of the hourglass to decide your action. Then he leaves. Tell me, Toby, do you press the button? Okay, so... Toby's thoughts on this. His sibling. He doesn't have any biological siblings, other than nutjobs like Seraphoc, as far as he's aware. But what he does have is Imoen, who is basically like a sister to him. And Toby knows that if he was in that sort of situation with Imoen, he would press the button, because if he had to die to give Imoen even the slightest chance of living, then he would do it. Without a second thought. He would do it. And that's what he's thinking now when he gives this answer. Toby would press the button. Interesting. No action can be performed without consequences, especially that which follows the noble path. Deal with this, noble one?
Move?
Okay,
all
you
right,
guys
all right.
get in here. And we have an ogre mage who wants to say hi.
Minsk and Boo stand
You
ready.
attack,
Yep. No problem at all.
and Imoen cast magic missile. He's already badly injured. No need to waste more spells from Imoen. And down goes the mage.
Something you mean? Just name what you want.
Well done. Appears you can deal with the consequences of your actions. In return for your indulgence, I offer advice. Seek out Rielev. He waits for such as you. Offer him the release that he craves, and you shall find the focus of your journey shall soon become apparent. Farewell. Okay, that was more than a little bit cryptic, but advice is always nice, I suppose. Bastard sword. We don't have anyone who specializes in a bastard sword right now. But now we have a grand total of 20
Ready and
gold.
able. Of course.
I suppose that's kind of nice. That we have some money rather than no money.
Yes? I wouldn't dream
Now-
of refusing.
There's a goblin down there. So, everyone rush to the goblin corridor.
My blade will cut you down to
Yeah.
size.
Well, I said there's one goblin. There were actually 3. But, same deal, you know.
Something you mean? Just as I thought.
Kill that goblin, please, Toby. Thank you so much.
Ready and aim onward then.
Bit of looting is in order. It's only a teensy tiny amount of gold, but still. Open that door for me, Toby. It's another magic door that we can't get past conventionally. Lovely. So we'll have to come back for that one later.
What do you want?
Pool.
Name it.
There's some stuff at that.
You can count
to
on
do
me.
with that pool. I am not going to
Yes,
read
to
that.
the task at hand.
Just can't be bothered, really.
I shall strike from the
Now
shadows.
put on your invisibility cloak, Toby. There's
Ready
a
and
couple
willing?
of goblins.
This way then?
You 3 get over there. Oh, that's a lot of goblins. That is very much a lot of goblins. Fortunately for us, goblins are kind of shit.
Something up? Gotcha.
Something you need. I shall strike from the shadows. Ready and
So,
able. To battle
let's
with
charge
no
the
regrets.
goblins. Charge the goblins.
That's not right.
That's another goblin down. Now move on the other ones.
To battle with no regrets.
And down they go.
Of course.
Team Kill the Goblins is getting very good at their goblin killing. There's a bow. And plenty of arrows, thankfully. We can make use of that. The heavy two-handed weapons I'll be leaving behind, though. They're not very valuable. Okay. Longbow. Imoen has some ability to use a short bow, not a long bow, so we'll just drop that, I think.
Ready and whatever I can do to help.
Now let's see what's down here. A steam memphit. Kill it.
Come on now. Don't want me to suffer in this place. Time to move. Good to go.
Back up Imoen, and she can cast a lightning bolt, I think. Just because I wanted to try out that spell. That guy's nice and gone. That lightning bolt spell looks kind of awesome, though, you have to admit.
Of course.
Short bow. Well, Imoen, I have a little present for you now. Along with some arrows. Set up your quiver so you have a decent number of them on you, and now we can get ranged support from Imoen. Hopefully that will help save her from
Ready
taking too
and
much
I wouldn't
damage in
dream
the
of
future.
refusing.
Fluid churns and bubbles as the tank is empty. Somewhat disturbing, admittedly. Toby, run.
Yep.
Everyone else attack. Okay,
What do you want?
Imoen. She is running out of spells to use. She's running out of offensive spells, basically. Is what I was trying to say, and failing to say. Spells that we can use to do damage, Imoen doesn't have many of. Bullets, no. So, first things first,
Yep.
this fight,
Gotcha.
Imoen is bleeding.
I know this room. I've been in here. We both have. There are things in these tanks. They used to be people.
What kind of monster is this guy? Captures us easy as pie, kills whoever he wants, That could have been us in those glass things. Yeah, we'll get him back, Imoen. We'll make him pay for this. I don't even know where we are, and my head is still doing funny things. He said something about potential. Yeah, he said the same thing to us, actually. Remember, at the beginning, you have much untapped potential, is what he said, I think. He said something like releasing power within you so it could be used, but if it means taking part in horrible things, I don't like this place. Can we go? Yeah, of course. But first,
Of course.
we have a thing down here to kill. You guys attack.
Wield the hand of justice.
Okay.
Something you need.
Now, Toby, check for traps.
I wouldn't dream of reaching.
Just on the off chance there are some in here. Apparently, one of the things that we were going to loot has a trap in it. Huh. Enchanted staff. Okay. And a couple of arrows.
Just as I thought.
But now we're done so in that room, I think. So we can leave that place. It's relative ease. And
Nature's servant.
everyone who's not
What do you want?
Imoen attack,
Good to go?
Imoen run away.
Something you need.
Okay,
Ready and
that guy's down. And there's stuff in there.
Right you are.
But this staff... Imoen, could you identify that for me? Quarterstaff +1. Jahira's already up to her backup weapon from the last game. So, drop the generic quarterstaff that no merchants buy. And Jahira already has a magic weapon. Nice.
Yes? As you will.
Now all of you can head on into here. Toby, have a look-see around for traps. Sewage Golem doesn't appear bothered by our presence. So I'll take what we can get from here. Enchanted longsword. Couple of arrows. Don't care about them. Spell scroll. Scimitar. Potion of extra healing. Another spell scroll.
Something you need.
Now, Imoen. A longsword +1. Wow, this is great. We already have a +1 longsword. That's impressive, considering that in the whole last game, we didn't find a longsword +1 until we were
Ready and
literally
able.
right
I
about
wouldn't
to
dream of
confront
refusing.
Seravok, so impressive, really. Truly is. But let's say hi to our golem friend real quick. Master? Is it you? You've given me no eyes and I cannot see you. Well, you know Toby, consummate bullshitter and all. What else would he respond? I've cleaned the sewage chambers and fed your guardian. Do you wish me to open the doors to the pit and begin my duties again? Yes, I do. Open the doors and perform your duties. Hopefully this will give us access to some new areas. You've not activated my movement functions. You must use the activation stone. I seem to have misplaced the stone. Do you know where it is, my servant? Ryalev has the activation stone. It's on the table of his room, the table near his life support jar. Ah, of course, how could I forget? As you will, my master, I shall return to my rest.
Yes? Whatever I can do to help.
Okay. That should be in here, right? Because life support jar sounds like this sort of place. Though it might not be, who knows. Apparently it's not. So, this is going to be a case where we have to look around
Just name
a
what you
little bit
want.
to find the stone. Life support chamber. Where could that be, I wonder? First step. Head back into this area, because there is that door over there, which leads to another area we have yet to explore. And I think we want to check it out next. As our next port of call. So do that. Get over here. And indeed, there is a place beyond. So, off to check that out. We have a stone we need to find. And find it we shall.